Yo, what up? What's the noise? It's Beyond the Noise. Your man, comedian Rudy Rush, and my man G Walls, Greg Walls in the building. The professional instructor extraordinaire. I gotta figure out your title, bro. Like, what's your proper title? What do you know? Because some people like to be called doctors. Yeah. I'm a comedian. I like to be called comedian Rudy Rush. So, what would be your title, bro?
Coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, straight up coach. Now I've been doing it a while, man. So they say I'm a master trainer. But coach is the title.
You see how he did that, right? You see how he did that, ladies and gentlemen? Like he was like, I'm a neurosurgeon, but I mean, if you want to call me doctor,
doctor is fine,
yeah. You got you could call me coach, but it is actually a title attached to my master trainer. So let's talk about that real quick before that, because now you got everybody. I mean, I'm thinking. So what does a master trainer entail? Like, what do you have? What's the qualification?
Well, I found out I was a master trainer like after these things. So I don't really know the tipping point, but I know I have 25 different certifications. I have been certified instructor for more than 13 years now. And I've actually helped write an accredited certification course. So I guess the skins, man, I've trained literally more than 1,000 people. So I guess it's the time in and then the level of instruction. So I would be almost like a professor.
So for everybody out there who needs to understand exactly, be careful what you ask. Greg Walls. Because bro, let me tell you something. You got you certified in 25?
25 different certifications. I got certifications.
You get scuba diving, fishing. It ain't but 8 exercises in the book.
It's the way you move them around.
Oh, okay. So that's what's up. So you know what? That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna kind of, and I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna bust a U-turn and do something different. Since you're talking about master training and we're having a good time.
Yeah.
I want to know, bro, because I'm one of the people who I go to the gym. I've been to different types of gyms, several gyms and things of that nature. Today, we're going to talk about etiquette.
Yeah, I like it.
You cool with that?
I'm with that.
Because, even you as a professional athlete, you as a collegiate athlete, high school, whatever, even in the regular world, when you are just a man going or a woman going to the gym, going to get your workout on, there's a set of rules that we all live by or need to live by. And, maybe we, discuss it today because with you as a professional master trainer on the show, you can actually let people understand and know what it means to have the proper etiquette at the gym. So start, I'm going to jump in because I got some of my favorites, things that people need to know. If you watching me, you go to the gym with me, then we can actually discuss that right now.
Yeah,
no doubt. Got to go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now listen, what's some of the things?
Man, cleanliness, number one, man. Put your weights back.
Cleanliness.
Put your weights back. Straight up, put your weights back. That's number one. We can talk about that all day.
So maybe we need to get, we talk to the producers, this is a small budget show. We're going to get the list up here because some of y'all need a pen and paper. But the first thing, I agree, put those weights back. I hate going to grab a 20 and a 25 and in between, I'm lifting it. I'm like, bruh, I know I ain't that strong on my left side.
I'm going to tell you a story. I worked at Lifetime Fitness. And in Lifetime, it was a bunch of female trainers and a bunch of females that worked out. And then you had the guys in there just weights everywhere. And there was this one cat, man, he would literally take all the 45s off the rack, put them on the squat rack, and probably go about that low. I'm talking about just, and put the rack up and just walk away. So a lot of the girls would be like, hey, Greg, if you don't mind, would you please go ask him to put the back? So I ended up for about 6 months being the re-rack police. So I'll walk right up. Hey, man, look, I need you to take all them weights up on
all the weights.
Put them back.
Yeah.
Or I see cats on the bench. Hey, before you go over there and high five each other, I need you to come over there and take all these weights off and put them back. So
I needed you at the gym I was going to because people violate all the time. I think that's one thing. All right. So another pet peeve of mine or an etiquette. Ladies, let me just tell you this. If you come to work out for real, don't wear those light gray sweatpants and I got to see the sweat and your butt crack. That's offensive. Or at least have a towel. Okay, look, and the people who work there, they agree. So let me tell you something. I don't mind checking the women out while I'm at the gym, but at the same that great,
So cleanliness.
That back to cleanliness. It looked like you went to the potty on yourself.
Well, I'm telling you, another thing about cleanliness is too, meaning, man, clean up your head sweat.
Okay, that's me. I'm not a violator, but definitely I'm a head sweater. Like I always put towels down on, even on the floor when I'm doing a sit up or something like that, because as a bald brother, we get to tending to sweating a lot.
We'll leave it over there like we got a like we had a soul glow. We sweat just like, you know what I'm saying? Like you leave it all on the bench.
So let's talk about some of the deep policies of etiquette as far as the gym is concerned. Like sometimes, like, okay, let's say if somebody's waiting for a machine, like, and there is a time limit on some of the gyms you go to. Hey, if it's packed, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. But if you see someone clearly abusing some of the equipment, how do you go about like dealing with that?
Well, there's two parts to that. And I was going to say the third one, you hit it right on the head. It's time. So you shouldn't, if you're in a gym, in my opinion, where you got access, you shouldn't have groups of more than 3. Like straight up. Like you shouldn't have your 5 homeboys at the bench waiting on max day. That's part one. Part two is that you need to set a rotation based on workout time and rest time. Not it's heavy, I'm gonna walk over here, listen to my music. You know, that's not the time for that. The more time you need, let me say it like this, the earlier you should go. So you got to go in the gaps. If at 5:30 got classes, you need to go at 8 because you're going to be taking a lot of time. So just be mindful that anything past a minute and a half on each of your sets is too long if you're in a busy gym.
All right. You heard it here. So listen, another thing I got etiquette in the locker room, fellas. And, I went to, being in Dallas, being here in Dallas is funny too, because sometimes you'll be in the gym with like some celebrities. So I remember being up at Lifetime Fitness and Michael Irvin was there, and we all playing ball. Now let me tell you something. I do admit, coming from an athletic background like you do, I think it's more comfortable to see men showering and walking around in the nude. It's only 2 places: the locker room and the jail. That brothers walk around. Okay. Every place else, listen, I'm gonna need you to towel up.
You gotta do something.
Well, Michael Irvin must have thought he was in his 3rd year in the league because he was walking around bucket naked. And and everybody like, bruh. And he's having conversations with dudes like, yo, man, I'm telling you, you should have passed that ball. I'm like, bruh, you got all your business out in the street. I said, and you might not I don't like to look at people when they're in that situation. Right. But I was like, man, you don't even need to be like, you just got out the shower, bro. But but at the same time, it is a psychological situation. It's almost like a man getting a massage. Now, me personally, I need to have a woman massage me, not because I'm a freak or nothing like that. But at the same time, it's just more comfortable for me. But athletes like yourself, not to say, and I'm not even being funny, you'll be okay with a man massage you because that's the culture you grow up in. That.
Exactly, man. That's a great point. So for me, it's not as much of the person or, being male or female, it's the purpose. So, but going back to the etiquette on the purpose, man, just cover yourself or don't free butt the seats. That's what I call like put the towel down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, that's another phrase. That's the word of the day. I'm gonna bring it up now. Listen, I'm gonna bring that word up at least 3 more times before we finish. So it's called free butt.
Free butt, yeah.
So no free button. That's a good term. You could use that in a lot of places. I tell you kids around the house, no free button, especially my 5-year-old, because they ain't ready to wipe properly
there
yet.
You
so
go.
You definitely know free button. You know who loves the free butt? Old people on the sly. They like to let that little moo slip up and then granny be free buttoned up all on your couch. Who else free butts? Listen, I can't lie. I sometimes, if I'm home by myself, I'll get out the shower, and if there's sports in on or something, I'll free butt.
See, I won't.
I try to. If it's not an immediate towel to grab,
home etiquette.
If it's not a towel right there, I'm a. But yeah, that's the phrase of the day. No free button. That should be something we trademark first off. and just use that term like when people disrespect it, like, yo, man, don't be free butting me. What?
And we're not doing that.
You sitting on my couch with your ass out. Okay, I know. I don't even know what the language requirements are for this show. We're gonna have to talk to our producer. We good? Okay, all right, so cool. Well, you the owner of the show, so I'm good, right? As long as you smile.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one thing. No free button.
Yep.
And that's a definite rule. Anything else? I feel like, okay, this would be a great etiquette tool for people who own and run the gyms and work at the gyms.
Absolutely.
Please, if you're going to give me something free, I know you got to try, but don't wrangle. It's a difference between trying and wrangle.
Absolutely.
Don't wrangle me into trying to sign a contract.
Absolutely.
It take out most of the time I got to spend in there.
Absolutely.
What do you think about that? I know there's a thin line, like, because you here free, you ain't here free for nothing. We want to try to get you to join, but how you go through that process is like a tough one.
Not for us, and I got to speak personally, not for performance experience, but it can be.
Not for performance experience.
Right.
Hear this.
But here's why: because we genuinely look for a reason to keep you in there. So we don't have, and I mean, there's people in the studio right now that's worked out with us. Miss P. Shout out to Miss P. She's
Miss P be playing though.
No,
man.
she gets after it.
No,
now.
I'm gonna tell you, she gets after it, but she's slick, man. She be smelling good and stuff in here, coming here. She thinks she's slick. We'll talk about that in episode 13. This is only episode 3.
So we'll come back to it.
It's episode 13. I'm sorry. Don't go. I mean, let me stop free button.
Yeah.
That's me. That's first use. Go ahead.
No, so what we do is we try to build the value. So this goes out to all, business owners in this space or this area. What are you trying to get people to do? So if you are actually doing the thing you said you could do, then you have to give them that hour. And then outside of that hour is where you discuss keeping them in, but if you brought them in to sell them, let them go home. Because this is a journey, like fitness and wellness and performance and nutrition. It doesn't happen over a week. It doesn't happen over 2 weeks. It begins in 4, 6, 8 weeks.
And I like that. See, that's what I would do. If somebody came in, I wouldn't hold them there. I'd be like, you know what? It's good that you came in today to try out the gym, but you look like you ain't ready. Why don't you come back? Because you look like you either go home, rest, because you're not ready. They'd be like, wait a minute. I'd be like, nah, can you just please leave? And then when you ready to join, come on back. Then they'll go off in the car. They'll come right back like, you know what? I'm gonna join now because you made me feel like I wasn't welcome here. I'm like, no, you welcome, but I saw you over there huffing and puffing.
Well, the way we go about that is different. At performance experience, my good friend.
That means I will not be working the front desk at performance experience because you get me, I'm gonna send you home. But no, that was just my strategy.
I feel you. Okay. We genuinely, it's 2 approaches we take, man. Like safety and service. Like we have modifications for everybody. So you can actually, there's nothing you can't do with us. So we can modify whatever we're doing. And then that's the safety part. The service part is outside of the exercise. So again, the etiquette for owners is more about what are you doing outside of the exercise to get the people the results. You understand what I'm saying? So if we're talking etiquette in the gym by the patrons, then it's more about cleanliness and safety of their peers. If we're talking etiquette by the owners or the instructors or the providers, it's about safety and then the service outside of the exercise.
All right, so along those lines, it's service and everybody that's working hand in hand to make sure everybody has a comfortable gym experience. Bruh, let's talk about gym attire, which goes along with etiquette. Because, like gym etiquette and attire kind of go one in hand. Because like there's certain things that you don't need to be distracting you at the gym or just making you feel like, hey, is this appropriate?
You know what?
So you just saw something.
So appropriate depends on if you're talking to the patron or the client, or if you're talking to.
I'm talking about the patron. I'm a patron. Okay. So let me like if I'm in there and there's a lady working out and she may feel like, oh, why is this guy staring at me?
Right.
But meanwhile, she has on like extremely loose yoga pants and like a crop top. Are those things? I mean, acceptable. I'm being funny. That's just my own little life. In my mind, I'm just like, no, but for real though, honestly, like, cause you know what? We're gonna get our producer in here to give his input because I mean, listen, am I the only guy? Like, I feel like a victim. Miss P, are you in the gym thirst trapping? Yeah. She said yes. Well, women are doing it, but you do see it, don't you? I'm not okay. And then wonder why some dudes like, hey, you want an energy drink?
You want to know what's funny? Like on the flip side of that, most people don't see you unless you're trying to be seen. See, when it comes to women that I'm aware of that really like are in there that are trying to work out, they already have a little bit of an intimidation factor. They already a little nervous about the full experience. And then the instructor plays a huge part in that. And then the way people in the class look. If everybody in the class look like they've been there before, not if they just fit or look muscular, they just look like they've been there before.
Yeah, more comfortable.
Yeah. So the etiquette for that is realizing, it's a mental thing, actually, realizing that nobody's paying attention to you except the instructors. Straight up, unless you bring attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't hardly ever see people fall off the you don't see them start to fall off the treadmill. You see the fall because ain't nobody watching you. Nobody paying attention to you. Now, if you come in there to be paid attention to, everybody paying attention.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to get them people out the gym, man. They keeping me from my workout, man. I'm looking at mirrors. I'm catching angles. I'm feeling uncomfortable about my personal space. Anyway, man, so listen. We're here, Rudy Rush, comedian Rudy Rush, Greg Walls, and it's like, listen, how long have you been in the business? Because I don't think I've asked you that.
Yeah. 7, if coaching and training, 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah. 17 years.
You've been around for a minute.
And here's the crazy part, Rudy. I have trained everywhere. Everywhere from driveways, like people's home driveways, to apartment complex weight rooms, to parking lots, dusty fields and parks, to large big box gyms, group fitness rooms, and to now, our own facility, and then in multiple facilities across the metroplex that we're in now. Like I've had a chance to see and do almost all of it. So when you talk about etiquette, the rules, the funny part? The rules are the same inside or outside. The rules are the same, small group or big group. They're only different when it comes to athletes and adults.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Two questions, 2 stories we need right now. What's your most successful stories, but one coming from the world of athletics and one coming from the personal world? Like, what's your greatest transformation, or maybe a story that really touched you with a person, and vice versa with an athlete?
Man, been doing this. Wow, they got a lot of. Well, I got a few athletically, and then I'll go adult wise. So athletically, I've worked. I was working with a young man who is autistic, and to have the opportunity to see the hand-eye coordination, because we did boxing together, we did ladder together, we did quite a few things together that they say that he didn't have to take medication for that could enhance his quality of athletics as well
motor
as life.
skills and stuff.
Motor skills enhanced. And then I think more beyond the exercise was the mutual respect factor. He was so into what we were doing that all the problems that other teachers or other instructors would have with him, I never encountered.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's great, because a lot of those guys, who have special needs, and ladies as well, they get pushed aside and they don't understand it. They want to be, they feel in their mind like they're just like everyone else.
Exactly.
And that's good that you get a chance to actually just play around. Be a part of it and actually see some growth. And that's what you're saying right now, that the man's motor skills were just kind of like coming back where they didn't think that he had that. So I think that's a great accomplishment, especially for a trainer to have some, a story like that. And how about, someone that's a regular person? So
I've had quite a few adult stories, but one that sticks out in my mind, shout out to Jim and Nancy Taylor. I was fortunate enough to train Nancy's dad, who at the time I was working with him, 88 years old. And he had, what's it called when your face gets tightened up, and Muhammad Ali had it. What?
Oh, Parkinson's?
Parkinson's. So yeah, he had Parkinson's. He still has Parkinson's because he's still around, but it was a lot of things that I was told he couldn't do. he's not gonna be able to do this, and he can't do this, and he won't do that. He's 89 years old. But
Wow.
there was hardly anything that we didn't do. I'm talking about everything from weightlifting to cardio to change of direction. But what I realized in that was exactly what you said earlier, especially with men, like men who have success stories. It's not about what other people think you're limited to. It's really about what we give them a chance to do. And that's what I learned. Like as adults, a lot of times, man, we kind of forget that same monster, that same kid, that same animal that's always been inside us, we temper it. So when somebody asks you to do something that they see you can do, it's special when you go at it, because other people didn't think he would be able to lift. Other people didn't think he's 89, he need to sit down. Nah, man, he's still living.
Yeah.
He's still upright. Let's get to work.
He lifting more weights than everybody else.
Big weight. I'm not joking. I'm talking about big weight. I'm talking about 15, 20 pounds of military press. And this was proper form, because part of it was...
You check his pockets for some blue pills? That old man was on something.
He was ripped, but he was tremendous.
Better watch out, G. He in there popping them blue pills, lifting them damn weights at 92. What's that?
88, 89, yeah.
Damn. Shoot.
Yeah.
Please.
So.
No, that's crazy right there, though. And that's the one thing I do admire about trainers. Like, you guys always have, even people who have trained me in the past, had 2 knee surgeries, to come back from that, to be able, when I had my first knee surgery, I came back all the way to the part where I was like still dunking or still getting up or still having some burst until I hurt my other knee. But just that whole process, the person who trained me was a chiropractor, actually, who turned into, and taught me a lot about scar tissue, getting that out and stuff. I mean, it was almost like I never had an injury, with the exception of the scar. You would never be able to tell that I had surgery. So I know that there are different.
Let me ask you a question about that. What did you appreciate the most about what y'all did together? Was it what did you appreciate the most about what y'all's experience together? It's
so funny. Like, if it almost felt like that trainer didn't have other clients. It was weird. It felt like it was a personal thing, and they knew exactly what I needed. They kept in touch with, like my regimen as far as like my therapy, and found out what I did and helped me with other things like that. So I would go there and get, I would have to go to therapy, then I would go to the trainer. And so the trainer kind of just strengthened the leg, took from what, the therapist was doing, and took it to a whole nother level. I mean, my recovery time was amazing.
And did you stay with him after you?
Oh yeah, I did afterwards, because like I said, I went back for stretching exercises, chiropractic work. There was a whole nother process after I reached my goal to just focus and walk again properly. And then I just kept going, and it benefited me. It just got really strong, my leg.
That's the etiquette, the service outside of that hour. And we appreciate the opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
So you paid to get results, but he taught you how.
Yeah.
That's the etiquette.
Some of that stuff I even used in my second rehab or my second knee surgery, which I still use to this day. So that might be one thing that, that carries over, is sometimes when you do anything, like if you get a bottle of cologne from a relative or a girlfriend or a significant other, whatever, you'll always remember that smell as it pertains to that person. Anyone to introduce you to something, you kind of tend to, when you do it, if you have a sandwich and your father introduced you to it, you always think of him when you eat it. So I think when I do these stretches and different things associated with training that I've learned over the years, I've always gone back to the time when I had that trainer that was teaching me those things. So I think that's what people definitely keep with them and stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, G, love is beautiful.
Absolutely.
So you're in a relationship.
Oh, and I couldn't be more happy about it.
There you go. As a matter of fact, so we were talking about etiquette a minute ago, and there's some etiquette that, when you're in relationships, and people don't know that. Like, I used to have a girlfriend one time, and I'm hoping that she ain't watching. Now, she would go to the gym and get all sweaty, and for some people, Miss P, don't you say a word over there. You got it? But no, there's some people who come home from the gym and they're perspiring and they're sweaty, and some people actually are turned on by that. Now that can go across that thin line of being, with etiquette and just being disgusted or whatever the case. I didn't quite like it, but she thought it was attractive to be all up on me. And I don't know, that might have been one of the factors that allowed me to leave that situation. So I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
But what do you think? When you're in a relationship, don't you supposed to take a shower after, or like at least be clean after,
100%. And I do love you, baby. I love you, Erica. Shout out. 100%. And part of that is, again, cleanliness, man. I'm telling you, the two major factors are safety and cleanliness, man.
Gotta be clean, man. I just imagine,
especially in the Rona area.
Yeah, okay. Like, listen, I think personally, I can smell myself sometime after the gym. I don't want you, I don't want your face and pits.
I don't want to touch me.
Exactly. Point well taken. So I don't know. Anyway, so listen, we talked about etiquette today because we had some fun with, wait, what's the title again?
Free button.
Yeah. No free button. And all you free buddies out there, please keep it in mind not to do that. But for your man G Wall, you want to say anything?
Yeah, a couple of things, man.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
First of all, see, this guy doesn't like to brag on himself, but you're actually gonna be you're not gonna be with us for a while. So I don't know if I'm gonna be doing the show by myself and the camera will be all over here, or we'll have a guest in place for G, because he's gonna be going to California for a big convention. Let's talk about that real quick.
Well, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to be asked again to attend the Mind Body Bold conference. It's a fitness conference. It's one of the biggest ones.
And what's it called again?
Mind Body Bold Conference. It's the upcoming weekend in San Diego, California.
That's not the porn convention.
No, that's not that one.
Okay, they got one of those. You don't want to get caught up out there with that.
I won't be at that one.
What's it called again?
The Mind Body Bold.
Okay.
Conference. So,
I thought the other one's the big, beautiful, bold body.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I missed that. But I'll be at Mind Body Bold. I'm actually going to be speaking about service.
Okay.
How to.
They do that at the other conference.
From my understanding.
Okay, we're going to get our license taken away. All right, G, don't fire me because.
I got you.
Okay, thank you. But no, that's awesome. So what are you going to actually be talking about?
So how to run, to increase your value in your business and your bottom dollar through service. The things you do outside of the exercise itself. This is actually, man, the third time my body has asked me to speak. I was there in 2018 where we brought our speed school program out, and they asked me to speak on a virtual conference when they were talking about businesses pivoting during the pandemic. And then this is the third time. So I'll be speaking about service. I'm really excited about it. I'm extremely excited about it. Bringing a few of the team members. So
so you basically going in front of everybody just brag about your life and how important you and your staff will be flying. I guess you ain't gonna be doing your podcast from California because I wasn't asked to go and do nothing. I guess I got to stay here with Miss P. Miss P, where you at?
Right here.
Okay, see, look, she went far right there. Yeah, Miss P, y'all gonna get me in trouble with Miss P.
I already know.
I'm telling you, y'all gonna see us at a family reunion somewhere near you. I'm telling you. She think it's a game. She'd rather get caught out there in the parking lot slipping. So anyway, so listen, that's fantastic, bro. Yeah. And honestly, all jokes aside, for it to be your third time, this is something that has become habit for them. Yeah. To get your expertise and to help, get people into understanding about service and helping people and just making it a part of your business and your business structure for success to move forward. And that's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? Because some people need to get that personal touch and you're actually helping them get that. So that's what's up, bro.
Appreciate that.
All right, y'all. So listen, join us for the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Y'all know what it is. All right. It's Beyond the Noise. Rudy Rush, G Wall. All right, coach is what they call him, but what he is a master trainer. Don't get it twisted.
Call me Coach Greg or Coach Wall. It all works.
All right, we'll be back, y'all. Peace.